That's Joseph. I'm Brandon. Um, that'll be more than a minute in, right? That should be fine.
Who knows, man? How's things? What's going on?
Well, I am on the third floor in front of a window, and I'm thinking about,
Taking
my
a leak.
vape. No, it's been look, work has been grinding me down. The bastards. You know what I mean?
Oof, do I ever.
You're not supposed to let them grind you down, but let me tell you, there is a reason last week's episode is still getting. It's on the editing. It's on the chopping floor. What do they call it? The cutting room
Editing
floor
room, it's
right
the
now.
editing room floor. I don't know, man. Ask
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brother.
The cutting room floor. Um, it's really easy to edit because there's only like 4 songs, but you boys busy out here trying to squash bugs. You know what I mean?
I do. I do know what you mean.
And I've just been stressed. I got to. We're going to Vegas at the end of the month, but I'm going to Vegas at the end of this week as
Yeah,
well.
that's right.
But tomorrow I got to take my mom's dog to an appointment, and then take my mom to an appointment, and then take myself to an appointment, and go to the post
Fucking hell.
office. So,
Godspeed, brother.
you
That's a
you
lot.
know, it is what it is. I'll survive. How are you doing, bud?
Well, I can't complain actually. I'm tired. We did
Actually,
we did the Oddities Expo this weekend,
shouts
which
out
is
the bone
just
catcher. Shouts out sharp short chain.
it's just 24 hours of extra work on my week that is fun. It's a very good time, and I really enjoy it. We meet a lot of cool people, meet a lot of kooky fucking people.
Yeah,
But
what's this you were telling me about a giantess that asked you if you wanted uppies?
well, so here's what happened. Here, let me give you the full story.
Okay.
Um, there's a lady, clown makeup and all, with stilts, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's nightmare, my everything.
I got
Big
nothing
old.
against tall people or clowns, all right? But when you put it all together, I'm just there's a primal fear in me that I don't,
You might have felt differently if you had seen. But she was walking by our booth, and she stops right in front of it, and she goes, and beckons for me to approach her, and I come over, and she puts her hands out like this, and I grab them,
Oh
and
my god.
we were dancing. We were doing a little hop about, and she
Now,
said, "This is how I dance with dogs," and then I fell in love. Sorry to my girlfriend, but then
this
I
is
went
how
back
I
into the
dance
booth.
with dogs is crazy.
Yeah, dude, that did it for me.
Bricked up.
Yeah.
I'm
And
happy for you, man.
I walked back, Emily beaming, proud of me,
Proud of
and
you. Excellent.
for the next couple hours, I was just like, she came back around again later, and she came and talked to us, and Emily's like, "Hey, I got a question for you. Has anybody ever asked you for uppies?" And immediately, I was just like,
It was a team effort. That's
"Yeah,
incredible.
yeah." Emily shouts out my awesome girlfriend. She was trying to help me get uppies from a hot giantess.
Uh, what a weekend, huh? I mean, well, how were the
Yeah,
sales?
awesome. It was
Really?
really good.
Hell yeah.
I met a lot of cool people. Hang on, I want to look up this Instagram really quick because I
Mm.
would like to actually shout out this person, but I don't want to mess up their name.
Shouts out to
Um,
you, person with the complicated name.
no, not complicated. Um, I met a dude named who goes by Macahuito Press on Instagram. Um, Dude does really cool lino cut prints and I bought a print from him of a like a burning church that's printed on a page from a Bible from the 20s.
Jesus.
Super
Pretty
fucking
cool.
cool. Yeah, he was a nice guy. Chatted with him for a little while. Told him that very interested in the style of printing that he does, and he invited me to a workshop that he's going to be putting on soon. So everybody go check out his stuff. It's really fucking cool. He's done art for Zabalda and Wayfarer and a bunch of other cool bands.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll Future Made. Link that below or
Yeah,
to
I'll send it
the
to
wherever. Link it in the description, show notes, whatever. Joseph's gonna
Yeah.
figure it out. All right, link that.
Yeah, his art's awesome. He was a really nice guy. So everybody go buy some prints from him. And then I'm trying to think if there were any highlights of the weekend. We were in a battle with both the wind and a fat security guard.
Hold on, we'll get to that. This was outdoors?
No, no, it was not outdoors. It was indoors. To any local people, it was at the Ventura Fairgrounds.
I've been there for the gun show.
Yeah, and you've been there for like Warped Tour and stuff. You know the like hangar.
Oh yeah.
The hangar buildings.
Yeah.
So it's in one of those hangar buildings, and even though it's not like it's by the beach, there's a little breeze, there's some wind. It wasn't windy either of the days, but our booth was stationed directly in front of the like double doors that open up to like the food court or like the food trucks, and it's directly in between two buildings. So you open that door up, it just becomes a wind tunnel.
Everything goes flying.
Yeah. And it was only in front of our booth. Like,
so what was the winner of the battle there? Tape and rocks or
no, so here's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Day one, we were fighting the wind, all our stuff is blowing over, and then eventually I'm sick of these fucking doors. I go over to the woman who's doing security, and I go, very politely, hey, I don't know if I should talk to you or the event staff about this, but our stuff's blowing all over the place. The wind is kind of ruining the show for us. Can we please close one of these doors? And she, lovely lady, said, yeah, no problem. Let me just go ask the event staff, make sure that's cool. She did it. We had no problems the rest of the day.
Oh, nice.
Next day, we were just hoping maybe the wind won't be so bad. So we do it. The wind is even worse. It's affecting even more people. Emily freaks out, or doesn't freak out. Emily gets pissed off. She goes and asks the security guard who's sitting there, fat guy this time, like, hey, same thing I said. Can we please close one of these doors? And the guys are just like, you should have accounted for that.
All right.
Like, literally said,
guy.
You should have known that there could have been wind inside of the building. Idiot.
What?
Like, he didn't literally say that, but everything he was saying was boiled down to sometimes there's wind in a building. You should have been prepared for that. Yeah. Eventually, us and another vendor had to band together to do battle with this man.
Dude,
and
you should have just tipped him over. He wouldn't have gotten up. It's like cow tipping, you know?
His reasoning for why we couldn't close the door, and I preface this by saying, like, I know this is mean. I know this is gonna sound fat phobic.
Rip away, listen, brother.
I'm a chubby fella.
We're both like, aware of the perils of being fat, you know?
Yeah. We posted the pictures today. He was like, I can't close the doors because it's too hot in this building. And everybody was like, brother, it's just you. You're too hot in this building. It's fine.
Now, riddle me this, right? I never got to this point, although I have had a couple days. Was he physiologically endowed enough so that he carried his own towel? You know what I mean?
He did not, but I've seen fellas with the same build who did.
See, that's because there's the smart ones. You know what I mean?
They know what's up.
My dad will do that.
Ice cold beverage and a towel.
You bring your. Oh my goodness, Sebastian just Fell off my bed scratching his own ass.
Sebastian.
What an
Hey,
idiot.
we all been there, man. But
Too many times.
um, all that aside, the weekend was awesome. Good time. And last thing I'll tell you, because we haven't chatted in a while, finally got the good news about my job.
Ooh, my boy.
Changing to a new position, working a little closer to home,
Hell
making
yeah.
a little more money.
You want me to gamble for you in Vegas this weekend in celebration, dude?
Absolutely not.
250 all on red. Let's go.
Nah.
We'll get him next time, folks.
But this is perfect. You can get all your gambling out of the way this weekend. And then when we're in Vegas for our thing, it's just hanging.
That is true. A lot of steps to be had.
If you're going to be dumping money 2 weekends like that in the same month, brother, I think you need to see somebody.
I had to cancel my appointment this week because I got to take my mom to the fucking her appointment. You know what I mean? Listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I talk a big game, but I can be responsible. All right?
No, I know. We're just funny guys. We're doing it for the bit.
That was a bad wink. So anyways, we just told some stories.
Told a couple stories.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Joseph, but as it turns out, a lot of songs, a lot of music, storytelling
I like music.
goes on in there. Do you know that?
You don't say.
Yeah, so
I would have never guessed. Who's telling these stories?
the musicians who are cowards, usually.
Huh.
That's right.
News to me.
I've never told a story in a song. That's a lie. We're doing song. We're doing story songs, right? This
we
week?
were in a band where we told someone else's story.
That is also true. Yo, if only we were on Spotify, huh? How funny would that be?
I can make it happen.
Dude, it's got to be so easy.
I could probably make it happen.
Future me, while you're editing this, bug Joey.
Bring it the Mortal Tongue streams.
Well, I'll set up my other computer on a VPN and just let it play 100,000 times so that we get 10 cents.
God, I'm begging for that dime, dude.
It'll feel good, you know, like that Finnish guy who gave us $1 or whatever.
Just $5, dude. That guy was awesome. We never even claimed it because we didn't connect our PayPal.
Yeah, we're stupid, dumb idiot kids. Listen.
But
before we get to that, something tragic has happened. I left my vape in the other room. I gotta.
Go ahead.
Entertain the people.
Okay, Brandon told me to entertain you guys, so I'm gonna do a little jig.
I'm gonna really enjoy looking at that while editing later.
I hope that was entertaining enough.
I guarantee it. So anyways, this was your idea, Joseph, was it not?
It was my idea. One of my favorite things, like all my favorite songs, tell a story usually. Whether it be like directly, once upon a time this thing happened, or like more in an abstract kind of narrative way, but this fucker loves a story.
Yeah, you're a big story guy. Sometimes, I lock into stuff where it's entirely incomprehensible to me, right? Like I don't speak Korean, don't speak Japanese, but I can lock into stuff that's incomprehensible, even if it is telling a story, right? But you're a big, I want to be immersed type of guy, would you say?
Absolutely. I love a concept album. I love I love a song about a real event, like a historical event or something like that.
Mm.
Um, whether it be like a fantasy dramatization or whatever. But uh, one of my like favorite things, weirdly, is hyper specific story to them that like they convey emotions that are relatable to everybody. You know?
Like a parable. Jesus told a
Yeah,
couple of those. If you believe in that guy.
yeah, exactly. I love that shit. I don't believe in that guy, but
Anyways, so why don't you take this one away? Start us off. I'm interested what your list is going to be like. Mine's going to have some familiar faces, but also a couple of things that I think will take you a little bit by surprise.
cool. My list actually, I got some interesting picks on here, but I don't. A lot of my favorite, like I said, a lot of my favorite songs tell a story. So a lot of what I would have put on here are songs that I've already played on here.
I ran into the same issue, to be honest.
But that being said, there's still some heaters out there. Um, and I think, you know what, let's start off with something nice and chill and simple. It's going to be a track by Sturgill Simpson,
Okay.
country artist, amazing storyteller. He has an album that came out a couple of years ago called The Ballad of Dude and Juanita.
Okay.
Um, it's a, fantasy concept album
Dude
about,
and Juanita?
yeah, but
Okay.
it's a concept album essentially about a cowboy who him and his wife and two kids live on their farm, their ranch, and one day a bandit comes in, shoots him, kidnaps his wife, and he goes out to save her. And like that's basically the full album.
It's dude spelled Dood for the people, just so you're
Yeah,
aware.
yeah. Um, Now I know it sounds silly, and I'm sure you're like, this is about to be goofy as hell. This album, I can't listen to the last half of it because it fucking makes me cry so.
You're not even making it to the Willie Nelson track?
Brother, I'm sobbing.
Damn.
But this is the track that sets up the album. Basically, it's called "One in the Saddle, One on the Ground."
All right, I'm excited. Let's do this. Let me make sure this is gonna play off of the right source. And here we go. Okay.
And like this episode's I feel going to be pretty heavy on focus on lyrics.
Big time. Ooh. Well, butter my biscuit.
Little harmonica action.
Oh shit. Just kicked my tripod.
Don't do that ever again.
It's fucked up, man.
And now you can imagine this is an album about a journey a fella's undertaken with his dog, and I can't listen to the last half of the album, so I'm sure you can imagine why.
Yeah, I don't. I refuse to imagine. But that's fire. Yeah, that's real shit, man. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, Shamrock.
album's good as hell.
Oh.
Sturgill, I think, is one of the best country artists currently in any part of the. I mean, I wouldn't say he's in mainstream country, but any of the larger country artists, Sturgill's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, you've played him before, and it's always been like fairly impressive stuff.
Yeah,
But the that as a concept for an album, that seems heavy and fascinating. Like I'm not. All right, I may have a tattoo about a cowboy lonesome on the trail, but I'm not the biggest on narratives about that
yeah.
kind of stuff. But that one definitely sounds like Like I could experience it once or twice. I could listen through and maybe break my own
For
heart.
someone for someone who really does like, you know, country, I like the Western aesthetic. I love kind of everything that goes into country music, but I really the one thing that I really like about Sturgill is that he puts like an interesting twist on the traditional like themes of country music.
Mm.
It's not if you listen to the album, you listen to the lyrics, you listen to the story, it's not just like I'm a cowboy who goes out to find my love and I get in a gunfight and I'm riding my horse. Like there's a lot of really deep themes
It's
going
more
on.
complex than that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredibly emotional. It is a little funny at times, but like I appreciate an artist that can do all that.
Well, I mean, you need a little comedy to break up the tragedy.
Yeah, levity.
Uh, right. So, what can I even follow up with that? You know, you putting a beast like me in a situation.
Put that beast in the situation.
I be in situations, man. Yeah, I have nothing essentially that will be similar vibes, perhaps. But
That's okay. I think we're
uh,
gonna have very different vibes this episode.
yeah. Here we go. Let's do. You did a familiar face. I'll do a familiar face. In No, I know no one was expecting me to play an Owen song.
Oh,
Not not
there you are.
not one person was expecting me to play an Owen song. However,
Huh.
we uh we overcome expectations. This is going to be a track in between early era and middle era Owen. He put out a couple songs and this is one of them. It's kind of a somber like reflection on kind of where his life was and then where it's going. Um and it's mostly told it basically like a first person experience. So
Cool.
definitely a big, lyrical. He's always a lyrics guy, but this song is
Yeah.
definitely more lyrically driven than like crazy finger pick riff. So
Yeah. Well, I like that.
this is going to be a track called "Abandoned Bridges," and I think it didn't get it put on like a bigger release. It was just like a 2-song thing he put out. I have it somewhere in my uh vinyl hell off to my right over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But anyways, here we go. Come on.
Sounds like a good night, brother.
He knows how to do he knows how to do well all by himself, you know.
That's a tasty little lick.
My man knows how to write a tune, yeah.
And whatever that noise is, crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it's a weird vocal synth or like sampled choir something like I don't know.
It almost sounds like a metallic like string thing, but like reversed and stretched out.
He is into weird shit. It could be an Ebo situation where he's got like the fucking
Could be.
magnets, man. How do they work? You know?
Shouts out ICP.
No. One of these for you. It fades out. You get the point.
I like that one. And like I the thing that I find the most interesting to me about Owen is the production of everything.
Yeah, it's a lot more
There's,
layered than you kind of hear on the surface. You got to really lock in, and then you're like, oh shit, this has like 4 guitar tracks and a synth track and like 3 vocal
yeah,
tracks.
there's so much going on. Everything is panned so weirdly. Um,
We get it, Mike. You like My Bloody Valentine, all right?
yeah, which truly honks. Truly a bad band. I'm sorry to
I've just
anybody who
never
likes them,
tried.
but dude, I'll take. I'll say it here. We don't need shoegaze. We as a society have progressed past the need for shoegaze.
I'm not um dis I'm not agreeing with you, but that's all I'll speak on that matter. Yeah, I that song, like, to me, obviously on the surface, it's like it's a song about him leaving a party, but I've
Yeah,
always interpreted it over the years as like leaving the party metaphorically, where he's talking about, I'm just gonna head home, drink by myself, and then jack off and go to bed because he doesn't want to wake his partner who he has
yeah.
now. So I've always thought about it as him leaving the party of the single like party life as a whole.
The royal party.
Yeah, and the bridges he's not burning but abandoning, right? Like,
And I feel that. Feel that heavily.
yeah, it's not a party if it happens every night. Bring Me the Horizon said that. Well, you can look it up. You know what I mean?
Profound as hell, dude. That Oliver Sykes was on to something.
He's definitely on something.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that was a good one. Which of the million Owen releases is that on?
Abandoned Bridges. I think it's just that, and I can't remember the other song that's like a demo on it, but it's um it's in between like the first 2 albums, I think, and then some of his like late 2000s, early 2010 stuff. So, like, yeah, it's the middle of middle era for him.
Okay. Yeah. That that was some of the more interesting Owen stuff that I've heard. I know I say that every time you show me an Owen song, but
Well, I gotta
you
dial
know,
in what I'm showing you. That era of Owen, I think, is probably more relatable to you than it ever could be to me at this moment. You know,
probably.
I
And
need that
I mean,
real divorce shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if we're basing it off that song, absolutely. Because I'm not so much a man of divorce as much as I am maybe divorced from my
The
friends
party.
and partying.
Oh man. There's a couple
Uh,
tracks. I'll send you a couple more tracks. I feel like I'll get a bead on the
Give me those
Joseph
more
mind.
story driven and more lyrically driven songs, and that'll do it for me. Less of the send me more of the lyrically and narratively driven stuff. Because
Hmm.
I love me some fancy guitar playing, but when that's the focus, I'm out.
Yeah, it can be a little long in the tooth after a minute. That's why I like Yvette Young's stuff a lot, but some of the guitar work is too distracting for me.
Yeah, I'm not. It's weird because there is a band on this list that I'm going to play that really just
Protest the
turns
Hero.
all this on its head, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I really can't stand a band that just needlessly noodles, and that's the key word. Is like needlessly. You know,
With
if it doesn't
Protest, it's
fit the
like part of
song,
the
quit it.
aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. Like, if the weird time signatures and the crazy riffs like are concise and fit and aren't carrying on for too long, and I don't feel like you're just playing with it. You know what I mean?
It's masturbatory.
Yeah. Um, well, should I just go to Protest the Hero?
I
Maybe.
mean, jerk me off,
Yeah.
brother.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
hit me with the track Divinity Within by Protest the Hero. It's going to be off the album Keziah.
Jesus,
Play
these
it off
guys.
play it off the remastered album.
Okay.
But so this isn't going to be another piece of a larger story. This is from a concept album that they wrote when they were 18 goddamn years old.
Ain't right.
And like, for the style of music they're playing, you can tell that there's like an element of like they don't have a full grasp on music theory and stuff like that, which fuck that doesn't matter. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's chaotic. It's a little all over the place compared to their newer stuff. It's very different. But the story itself is a three-part concept album, each part told in three songs from three different perspectives. It's about a girl who has been arrested and sentenced to death. Her
Jesus.
crime is never explained. They never say what her crime is.
Women can't do anything, man.
That's kind of the point of the album.
Right on.
Yeah, like literally, that's kind of the point of the album. And this song, Divinity Within, is the last track of the section from the perspective of the priest, the prison priest, witnessing the execution.
Mm-hmm.
And I do recommend maybe looking up the lyrics, but go ahead and fire me up.
All right, here we go. Divinity Within, Keziah, Keisha, Ketsia,
Keziah.
whatever, man. They're Canadian. Can't trust the thing they say.
This album was written by an Iranian man, so
Oh yeah, right. You right.
racist.
A little bit. That's like full on mellow death riffs.
Yeah, dude. This album is for the open hand moshers.
They slap boxing in the pit and shit. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. Did they ever do Warped Tour?
No.
I could have seen this at like, that was like a Warped Tour circle pit part. They got robbed if they never did Warped Tour.
They got riffs, dude. And this is the part where this is the open hand mosh part, dude.
If you can figure out the timing to the mosh, yeah. Coheed part, dude? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
It has this outro.
Oh, that's still good. Wow, yeah. I thought it just went to the next shit.
This is a thing that they do. These beautiful piano outros.
Respect.
Or they have another track that has like a cool like acoustic outro that I wish was its own song because it's fucking beautiful.
Just put it on loop for 2 hours.
Yeah, I could.
All right. We've been outroed.
Yeah, I mean, dude, writing an album like that with a story that heavy at 18, 19 years old. I think they started writing it when they were 17, actually. Like,
Jesus.
That's insane. We couldn't write anything longer than a minute and a half.
And physically, my writing was incomprehensible at that age. Like, it's my handwriting, even.
Yeah. It's just kind of mind-blowing, that there are some people that are just, naturally blessed with some talent.
Blessings up to you, Protest the Hero. That was crazy. All right. Now, where do I want to take this? I'm going to play probably the only track that I have that could come close to the kind of intensity in terms of musical style. This is going to be a little track by a little band. I wish I'd seen more before they went away a couple years ago, but did get a chance to see them.
I lost you there.
I did get a chance to see them once or twice, maybe 3 times. This is going to be a meWithoutYou track. It's going to be Tie Me Up, Untie Me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Are you familiar with this one?
I sure am.
God, it's definitely more abstract in terms of storytelling. It's less of a direct narrative, but
yeah,
the story's there for those with eyes to hear. You get it.
I get you. Man, I never got to see meWithoutYou.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Pretty sure Jeremy saw it.
That tracks.
It's funny, I have a meWithoutYou track too.
Ooh, synchronicity. Yeah. I'm excited. I never know what the hell he's talking about exactly, but I know there's a good story in there.
I kind of like that when there's an element of like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I can see the through line.
Yeah, right.
Like, I get the basic idea.
And some of the coolest guitar work in like the whatever effect processing they're doing is like crazy.
Yeah, they're another band that is way more layered than you think it is. There's so much shit going on.
And they're just crazy on stage. He's got all kind of hats on and it just jumping around wild style. I don't know. Fuck.
I respect it. Might be the definition of they ain't got one song where they need to be doing all that.
Yeah. 100%.
Actually, no. You know who the definition of that is?
The Chariot.
No. Have you ever heard of the band Future Islands?
I have.
Have you seen what the singer of that band does while he's singing?
Absolutely not.
After this, I'm going to make you look up the video.
Fuck. All right. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, but meWithoutYou is just such a fucking interesting band.
And I think still, like, definitely not underrated for maybe a subsection of our peers, but underrated as a whole.
There's a generation that loves them, but they don't really get talked about outside of that.
No, I think they got not outshined, but like the kids that would have loved them got way into La Dispute and then turned into title fight heads. So they didn't get a chance, you know?
But if only those kids knew that La Dispute was just doing meWithoutYou.
They didn't do enough digging, man. I got more into meWithoutYou through La Dispute, I think, because I would always see the comments back in the day of like, oh, this is like that. And like, is it?
To be fair, I actually, I got into La Dispute, I'm sure the natural way that a lot of people from our generation did, and that was just being on Tumblr.
I was going to say, it's got to be Tumblr.
Yeah, I was on Tumblr. I would not have heard about meWithoutYou. I mean, maybe I would have, but I wouldn't have heard about them, I don't think, if not for my brother. Because they were definitely more his generation.
100%.
A few years before us,
Old head shit.
Yeah. And I remember he was really into them for a long time. And I had a phase of like, I don't like anything my brother likes, And then I got into La Dispute and was just like, oh, this is like that band meWithoutYou. This kind of rocks.
Jer, you were on to something. What can I say?
Yeah. He always was. I just was being a shitty little brother.
I mean, this is the natural, the order, This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I want to be a silly little guy right now, or if I want, most of my playlist is going to be more calm, chill stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going to hit you with something a little goofy.
Let's goof it up.
The song might be one of the greatest stories ever told. It's about a man uh, and his triumph, his journey to the finish line.
Oh my god. Get to it, man.
It's gonna be The Distance by Cake.
Oh,
Let's fucking go.
the second you said that, dude. God damn it, I wish I thought of this. God, this is one of the best songs ever fucking written, dude.
It really is, dude. The song goes so hard.
Jesus. Cake, you beautiful sons of bitches. Dude, what, how can we see Cake? Where we gotta go to see Cake, man?
Dude, James just told me that his parents saw Cake a couple weekends ago in Virginia on an island for $25.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Doesn't it? Sounds so cool. So yeah, we're gonna find the next Cake gig.
God, dude. Where is Virginia? Is his parents okay? There's a whole storm thing.
Yeah, as far as I know, where they're at is a little further up. I don't think that they are quite as affected as some other people, unfortunately. But I haven't chatted with him about it, so I'm not positive.
Okay. Well, just you got to make sure if
I did
anybody
talk to
out
him
there
today.
about Helene, help your fellow man. The government will not.
Yeah, if anybody knows, if anybody's made it this far in the episode, and you know any reputable organizations for donating to help people that have been displaced or affected by Helene in any way, let us know, and we will blast that on all our socials. We'll link it in the episode.
Yeah.
And future episodes.
Anyway, here's The Distance by Cake.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
That fucking bass immediately.
Pumping and thumping, dude. Come on.
By the way, the last song that I'm going to play is a 9-minute long song.
Oh, boy. Hell of a story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You can really hear the sustain.
Cake rocks.
Shouts out
insane,
Cake, the band. Shouts out
Cake,
the dessert.
Insane that they weren't on the tier list for greatest rock and roll bands of all time.
What the fuck? More tracks than Imagine Dragons ever fucking could.
Genuinely true. Cake rocks. So many good tracks.
I swear to God, if I ever find out who made that tier list for use on such a website as that, I'm coming after you. All right?
You should find a good one.
A good one would just be Thin Lizzy 19 times.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Thin Lizzy. Fucking 3-minute long episode.
We'll just do our own custom tier list. It'll be easy.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could do an actual tier list. It's not hard.
I was thinking it'd be fun to not necessarily do that tier list, but maybe do a different tier list.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the as long as we have all the images, we just have to upload like little versions of them, and then we can custom. I've seen the custom tier list generators.
Just do something insane and just do genre tier list.
You heard him, folks. We're doing best desserts tier list.
Candy bar tier list?
Ooh, candy tier list would go crazy. 100 grand A tier. Anyway, I'll save it for that. I got a weird one to follow up this. I mean, look, the cake one's not weird. All right, it's not fucking
Nah.
weird. But I got a weird one to follow it.
Cool.
Cake is not weird. All right,
Telling you guys, cake isn't weird.
cake fucking rocks.
It's cool to like cake.
It is now, dude. This is gonna be out of left field. I guarantee it.
Okay. Excited.
Are you familiar? They're a little small time band, but you might be familiar with the Gorillaz.
I've heard the name.
Right. They've got a couple. They're up and coming, I think. Anyways,
Yeah.
they had put out an album. I can't remember how many years ago now. Probably fucking 20 or some shit that's gonna make me feel old. Called Demon Days.
Yeah, they did.
And after that album, I completely fell off, and I don't listen to Gorillaz at all. So,
Last
don't.
Beach was a good album, dude.
Are you being genuine? Being serious?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even try. Maybe I
It's a
should.
good album. It's actually, I think, the album.
Demon Days is the album. All right, brother.
You know me. I've got bad opinions on everything.
Listen. This is going to be a track off Demon Days called Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head. You seen this? You heard about this?
You know, this is an album I probably have not listened to outside of the tracks in, I don't know, whenever this came out. So yeah, no, this is going to be new to me.
Prepare your mind for the Gorillaz plus spoken word storytelling.
Let's
Here we go.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember this.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It is. I really like this. Obviously, a very different vibe, but it very much reminds me of the second album by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I see what you're saying. It's got that
Yeah.
narrative. It's not a
Yeah.
robot with a funny voice, but
Oh, no. You're thinking of a different album.
I am.
They have
Well-
an album called Eyes Like the Sky, which is a spaghetti Western album.
That's the yeah. Am I right?
That was a cool one. I should revisit that album.
Couple
I-
tracks, dude.
I don't listen to the Gorillaz, like it's not something I throw on ever, but I've had a couple phases here and there with them, and I do really, really like them. I think that just the whole concept is very fucking cool.
Yeah, I think it sort of became conceptually easy to clown on after a few more albums, but like when this was like feasibly the end for them, like for a time
Yeah.
that was what it was thought to be. I don't know. They went out on a high note for me, and then obviously they came back and crushed it even more. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed this album a lot in my days before the core.
Stinkers aside,
Mm-hmm.
they're a group of incredibly prolific musicians who write some really cool, interesting stuff that I think there's a lot of people that try to replicate it, but I don't think there's really any band like the Gorillaz.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the surface level, yeah, it's like kind of a whatever gimmick. They're cartoon characters. It's not a real band. Blah. It's just a
Yeah.
cover so that the live shows can be like 50 fucking people behind a curtain, but you get the band experience. Like that's the point. I think.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of cool. And I don't think that there's anything to say that a band has to be the traditional 4 or 5 guys on stage playing instruments,
No, it can be
Um,
4 or 5 guys and like 3 9-year-olds in a trench coat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I think, and while I actually have a lot of respect for the fellow behind this too, I think there's a huge difference between something like the Gorillaz and Death Clock.
Yeah.
Death Clock is essentially same idea for metalheads, but it's way more tongue in cheek. It's obviously a joke, you know. That while there's like real substance behind it, ultimately they're joking and they're using this cartoon medium to joke. But like the Gorillaz, it's just like, hey, we're adding a visual element to everything as well, and we're going to make crazy produced music.
Yeah. And I do respect that to this day, even though I don't listen to it much anymore. But this track came to my mind immediately when you said story tracks, and I was pondering throughout the week. I could just hear that fucker narrating in the back of my mind, and I was like, "What is that? I know what that is."
Just the monkey has awoken in the
Yeah.
back of your mind always.
I mean,
Monkey.
monkey.
Well, let's see. Where do I want to go from there? Do I want to keep it a little weird? Because, like I said, most of this is going to be pretty low key. Nah, you know what? I'm going to hit you with a track that I just want to hear right now because it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right on.
I'm not a big guitar player, you know that. You know, I can write. I've written a couple riffs.
He's got some riffs for those people out there. He's got a couple riffs. I synced it.
But I am not somebody who can like play a song on guitar.
Mm.
You know.
Yet.
This is the only song that I can play in its entirety and sing at the same time.
Which one is this?
I don't think you know because this is a secret. I learned this in secret. I've never done it for anybody. It's going to be a song called Neighbor by Pinegrove.
Hello, neighbor.
And the lyrics to this song are truly some of my favorite things. Like, I want you to listen to this one. It's beautiful. And what's really cool about it in terms of the theme that we have today is that you kind of get 3 stories in one. Each verse is like a little vignette of a little story, you know, just a little snapshot of just kind of a day-to-day thing.
I like that.
And it's cool. Or I wouldn't say a day-to-day thing, but a snapshot of human experience.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah. That's off Marigold?
Yes.
Okay. Neighbor, Pinegrove. Let's we're doing a listen.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in on this one.
Woo. That's a heater.
Quite the track. Yeah, I mean, this album came out a month after COVID hit, you know? So I was locked in my house, couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere.
Locked and loaded, baby.
And I listened to it nonstop, over and over again. And Pinegrove does something really cool where on their website they have the tabs for all of their songs.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah. Any song you want to learn, it's up there. And so I sat in my room for 2 days trying to learn this song. And it's not hard at all. I'm just bad. It was the singing at the same time that was fucking me up.
Yeah, that shit is a struggle.
Can you hear that noise?
I mean, it's mostly getting cut out by my processing of your audio. So
it will turn off soon.
It'll be fun. You know,
but yeah,
what would cover it up is music. Pinegrove,
that's
good.
True. Yeah, Pinegrove, good. One of my favorite bands. If you haven't yet, I know you made yourself a little playlist of Pinegrove stuff, but if you haven't yet, have a sit down with that full album, just Miracle, start to finish.
It's time, definitely. You know, I think it's
lock in, listen to the lyrics.
I just changed the pads on these headphones, and I'm trying to assess whether or not, you know, better or worse, because it can actually change the sound quite a bit. Maybe this is the album I'll do some testing with, you know, or just sit and listen.
I think that would be a good idea.
However, moving past Pinegrove, I'm gonna play another track by a band that I've played for you before. At least once, if not twice. This is going to be an Empire, I Was a Lonely Estate song
Okay.
off of the album I've told you about, where I have the accompanying comic book, and basically every song is a short story.
Cool. I really like that.
This one is. There's a few real heavy ones on the album, but this one always really affects me. And I'll let it speak for itself. I would recommend really locking into the lyrics on this one as well.
Cool.
It's gonna be called "If It's Bad News, It Can Wait." This album title is long as fuck. You Will Eventually Be Forgotten. It's the album, and I recommend all the listeners to try it out if you like stories and you like sad music. Can't get no better. Here we go.
I like both those things.
Made it just in time for the funeral.
Yeah, it's a heavy track, dude.
It's fucked up, dude.
That's a fucking bummer.
Yeah.
I really like that. But Jesus.
Yeah. Like I said, highly recommend the album. Just maybe, watch like the Powerpuff Girls or something first. You gotta hype yourself up a little bit before diving into that.
Album comes with a disclaimer. It's like, are you in the right headspace to receive information that might hurt you?
Yeah. Like, are you cool? You all right?
Hey, you good?
Yeah. If no,
Yeah.
proceed to watch season 1, episode 3 of Family Guy.
Yeah, dude. Good episode.
I don't know which one that is, but I'm sure it's all right.
I think that's the one I was referencing last week, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
No
good
more
pick.
Family Guy
I
on
like
my
that.
show. Never mind. Bad joke.
I remember that was a band that I used to give you a lot of shit for being a fan of. And while I will still say it's not my flavor of that style of music, that a story like that will devastate.
Yeah, and it's definitely a vocal style that's not for everybody. It's a name that's on its face quite silly, but to me the musical substance is there enough to look past that. It's hard to get into.
I can handle the goofy shit, goofy name and all that stuff. The vocals are kind of what hold me back with this band.
The
but
definition of whiny.
Yeah, but that being said, like, I don't really hate on any particular vocal style because I listen to some bands that basically do that exact same thing. I just don't like that guy doing it,
Yeah.
But
Either
good
way.
pick. Maybe I'll dive into that album. Maybe I'll check it out.
I gotta have the comic book around here somewhere. If oh, that'll get you for sure. I just gotta find it.
That would do it for me.
It's gotta be here. It's just over there somewhere, probably.
I don't know where I want to go from here. I think, yeah, I'll match you 1-for-1 for another song that also deeply affects me.
Ooh, that's what I wanted, baby.
I don't think that, the story in this song is not as sad as the story in that song, but I think that it is a very relatable emotion for anybody, and it is a song basically about finding a friend in an unexpected place, or finding a friend when you like really need a friend, but when you're like in the last place you'd ever be looking, It's going to be a track by Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties.
Ooh.
Off of the album Routine Maintenance. The track is called Rosa and Reseda.
Oh boy. Rosa and Reseda. Rosa and Reseda.
And this,
Rosa.
so for a brief synopsis, I've told you before, the album, or the whole concept of the band is that it's about a guy, his wife has a miscarriage, they get a divorce, he drives to the south to kill himself, and ends up changing his mind, and just starts driving across the country, ending up in different places trying to put his life back together, eventually starts a band, and this song is about him making it out to California and trying to get on his feet.
Damn. Brutal.
Yeah.
Prepare to be bummed, by the way, folks. We got the rest of the podcast to get through. Here we go.
The rest of Minor Bummers.
I got a lot of bummers. Here we go.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds badass.
I can go for a cig in the living room.
Fuck, dude. Awesome. So he's talking about fucking Reseda.
Yeah.
Okay. There really is a Jiffy Lube there. He was walking up and down Reseda, dude. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I so desperately needed a friend. Rosa was a friend. Damn.
Yeah, something about the last part of that song just kills me.
Yeah, that's good.
That, I mean, the whole concept for the band, I think, is very cool. I think that Soupy, Dan Campbell, is a
genius. Oh, hold on.
pretty quite an interesting way of. Oh,
say again.
Back. I think that Dan Campbell is a very interesting lyricist. I think he has a very specific way of telling, like I was saying in the beginning, of telling a very hyper-specific story that almost anyone can relate to in some way.
Dude, the motherfucker did his homework. What are you doing in the valley, Soupy?
Dude,
you haven't played out here in fucking ever.
It's so funny that you would say that, because I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and I came across a video of him giving a speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because Hopeless Records has a display there right now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. And so they've got the lyric books from a couple of different Wonder Years albums that he donated to be on display and all this stuff. And I'll send you the video. In the speech that he's giving, he mentions, he says, we went from playing the Cobalt Cafe to nobody.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And
damn it.
I saw that and was like, Cobalt mentioned, let's fucking go.
Cobalt mentioned, dude. If you know, you know, man.
Yeah, dude. Real ones know.
But he never would have been near Reseda playing there. What are you doing in the valley, Soupy? How do you know? You do not know about this. How do you know about this?
Hey, brother, he was hitting that Denny's.
Dude, he had to be, hyper-specific details for a man that does not live anywhere near here.
He was playing the Cobalt. He went out of his way to go get some Greek food at the spot in Reseda.
Dude.
And he took a walk, man.
I can only hope that all of the Wonder Years ate at Falafel Palace one time. God damn.
Please.
We'll fly out here, Wonder Years. Play Midnight Hour, and I'll bring you Falafel Palace, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Oh, what do you got next for me?
Dude, I forgot it was my turn because I'm still mind blown at that. Here we go. Bringing up my list. I have many things. But what... I think this will be a decent compliment to that. Granted, I can't remember if I've ever played this before, but I'm playing it right now anyway.
Who cares?
You heard of a little band called Death Cab for Cutie?
Sure have.
They're like, they're pretty small time. This track in particular,
Up and comers.
yeah, like they're a lot of their stuff is pretty narrative driven, but some of it's abstract and like definitely like what the hell is he talking about? But this one is kind of the best of those both worlds to me, where
Okay.
you're getting sort of first person narrative storytelling, but almost in again like a parable where um literal events could also be metaphorical, deeper
Yeah.
meanings.
Okay.
So that being said, here is the title track off of the album We Have the Facts and We're Voting Yes. Listen up, all right? There's a story in there somewhere.
So I'm ready. I'm waiting for it.
Slice of life track, I call that one.
Yeah, the older I've gotten, the more of an appreciation I've grown for Death Cab. I've never not liked Death Cab. I've just always been a lover of the Decemberists.
Yeah, and I mean, they just made to be contentious with each other in this like competitive who's more uh weird and not sad but sad, and
Yeah,
you know
they're just two sides of the same coin. They're the same dude, you know?
Portland, Seattle, it's a whole
Same
thing.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking lately that I need to actually do the full dive on Death Cab because I know there's tracks that I know and really like, but other than whichever album, I know we do this every time. Other
Yeah.
than whichever album has Brothers on a Hotel Bed, which Transatlanticism, or
Plans.
no, it's the other Plans. Yeah,
Plans.
that's really the only album I've listened to.
Yeah, that's a heavy hitter. This one is, I believe this was just before the one with the bird on it, Transatlanticism. But
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites because it's still got a bit of the late '90s like actual emo spirit in it.
yeah,
Whereas Transatlanticism definitely got a bit more polished, and we have these
a little
long
more.
piano ballads and things like that. But this was that like groovy, still kind of punky stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I like
Highly
it.
recommend.
I like it. Well, brother, you ready for the bummers?
I mean, I was born ready.
Because that's about all I got left other than my final pick. I mean, I got others, but uh, this next track, I believe I have talked about this fella before. Um, it's a guy named John K. Samson.
I've definitely
He,
heard you talk about this person before.
I've played you his band, the Weaker Thens.
That's what it was, right?
So John K. Samson is a pretty prolific artist. He was a founding member of the band Propaganda. He
Mm-hmm.
went on to do the Weaker Thens, and he has a really cool solo career that I think you specifically would like his stuff a lot. I was saving this song for the Saddest Songs episode.
I did have a moment too where I was like, do I want to use this one here? Do I want to save this? It was the Green Goblin mask whispering to
Yeah,
me.
this one I've sacrificed from the list. It's coming here because it's such a good story, and I've got sadder songs. But it's a song called 17th Street Treatment Center. by John K. Samson.
Oh yeah, that immediately sounds like it's gonna be a real fucking happy-go-lucky one.
Yeah, it's
Here
just,
we go.
it's a song about being in treatment.
17th Street Treatment. Oh, fuck, that's hard to say for me. Street Treatment Center. John
It's a tongue
K.
twister.
Samson. Here we go. Off of Winter Wheat. Is that what this album's called? Am I high? No, Winter Wheat. All right. Fuck.
Be a lot cooler if you were.
Short and sweet, huh? Good lord.
Yeah.
Dance to the 12-step is a bar.
Really is.
Fuck. So, I see a Serbian deadhead. I'm running for my life. Damn.
It's a heavy one.
Dude, one-man guitar stuff is obviously my favorite shit on the planet, but one-man electric guitar, clean tone?
Hits.
Come on, dude. That's
And it's like,
exquisite.
it's so simple, like truly no effects, just guitar and an amp.
Shouts out, no effects.
Shut the fuck up. All right, that's it. We're moving on. Play the next song.
I really liked. I gotta check out John K. Samson.
Yeah, listen to that album. It's really, really good.
Now, this one is gonna be a bummer wrapped in what I fear is the whitest thing I may ever play.
Simon and Garfunkel?
No. I mean, this is like, I would venture as far as to maybe somebody out there has called it perhaps adult contemporary.
Oh, no.
I'm going to play a track by a band called Dawes. Are you familiar with Dawes?
I'm familiar with the name. Admittedly, not familiar with the music very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's the whitest shit you ever heard, brother. Your dad would probably love it. I'm not even, like, that's not even like a dig or like an exaggerate. Like, I'm Roger, check it out.
If you're listening, I don't know, man. If it's not The Dead or fucking Tedeschi Trucks Band, you'd have to sell them.
Listen, you tell me, all right? I'm playing a track off of Dawes' album, We're All Gonna Die, called Roll With the Punches. Now,
Okay.
I came upon, this track found me. I didn't find this track.
Okay.
Picture this, if you will. I'm a college student, sitting alone in between classes, doing things on a computer. For whatever reason, I'm not listening to something on headphones. Maybe I just didn't have any that day. This song comes on in this cafeteria type place I'm in. I'm basically alone on the second floor, and I hear this.
Okay.
And it sounds just like college
It's a
rock.
chanting melody.
But the lyrics speak to me. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker hurt. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, here we go. Roll with the punches. College radio ass tune.
There is something kind of familiar about it. I gotta hear the chorus.
I don't know if it ever got radio time in a grander sense, but it came on college radio.
It reminds me of something that I can't put my finger on.
That's what I felt when I first heard it as well. I never found out what it reminded me of.
Yeah. But like there's a specific song or a band that it reminds me of.
Oh, Solo? She.
That fucker's rocking. Yeah, there's something so familiar about that song, but I've never heard it in my life.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a combination of the ambiguously bearded and white vocal delivery, and he's hitting the Adam Sandler chords. It's like it's
Yeah.
built for you to be like, well, I've heard this somewhere, you know?
It truly was some of the whitest shit you've ever played. But not bad.
Yeah, it something spoke to me about it at the time, even though I have never been divorced, nor was not divorced at the time. But there was a sincerity to it that I enjoyed. I remembered it recently, and I had the album on a couple days ago. Couple tracks. It's not all for me,
I
but it's all right stuff. If you want to put on some wacky shit, you know.
I think that inside every man, happy, sad, in a relationship, single, whatever it may be, there exists a divorced man in all of us.
And he
And
loves fucking Creed, dude.
I mean, I think, you know, everybody can vibe with a man who's just like, I'm crying.
Lord
You
knows I
know?
do, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's my favorite shit. Got to be my favorite gender.
for
Um,
real.
yeah, I mean, it's completely different genre, but that's why some of my favorite like hardcore bands are the like TUI, you know? And like
Yeah,
he's singing about some real shit.
that's real. That's real, homie shit. Real
That's a
life
man in
shit.
pain.
Makes that
Um,
gun hard as hell. Makes you.
Also, speaking of TUI though, before we move on, the other day I saw a clip where someone was talking about Trapped Under Ice, and when they said Trapped Under Ice, the
Mhm.
auto captioning feature said Trapped into Rice, as if it was someone's name, Trapped in the Rice.
Dude,
And that killed me.
the auto
I lost my
captioning is
mind.
on some other shit, dude.
Trapped into Rice gotta be my favorite
Yo,
band.
how do we have like? How can I like multiple people across all kinds of backgrounds with all kind of accents in my life? I've heard yell things at Siri and that it understands for the most part, right? How do we have that technology? But the auto captioning on YouTube is fucking. It may as
Oh,
well
dude,
be like
atrocious.
it's like Egyptian hieroglyphics almost. You're like, that's not this.
It's fucking wingdings.
Yeah, dude. Like the true meaning is lost entire. Like there's no. It's not even simulacra. It's not even a homunculus of
Yeah, no.
what it was meant to say. It was just
All
horrendous.
meaning is lost. There's nothing there.
Oh
Oh,
God,
brother. Well, I think I'm gonna keep these bummers rolling.
please.
I'm gonna hit you with a song that uh, is, I mean, maybe my favorite songwriter ever, my favorite lyricist of all time. Um,
Willi,
it's Dr. William Carlisle.
Dr. William Carlisle.
Yeah, it's Willie Carlisle. Uh, it's gonna be the song Tulsa's Last Magician.
Fuck, this song gets me every time. You son of.
Song hurts.
Fuck you,
The
man.
song I think is relatable to anybody who doesn't live a flashy life, or anybody who doesn't live maybe the life that you want, or maybe anybody that's just had to fucking work their ass off their whole life. Um, and it hurts to listen to.
It's
Uh,
fucked up.
Willie Willie is maybe the last magician.
I mean, there is something about his work ethic and his music. It definitely is like it feels at the edge of what once was. Maybe you know what I mean.
And yeah, it feels very timeless. And for like um, what I think is really interesting and really cool about Willie specifically is that his music is hyper specific. It is folk music,
Yeah.
like it is unapologetically, unabashedly folk music, but it connects with fucking hardcore kids like us. You got Midwest blue collar guys. You got people from every single walk of life that like Willi,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a testament to what a good songwriter is.
Yeah, and it's just the authenticity to him is I mean, he's as real as the streets. That's for damn
And
sure.
before you play the song, I actually had a fun interaction with him today.
Today,
Uh,
do tell.
today, I was scrolling on Instagram. He posted something about a tour that he's got coming up.
Ooh.
Posted the dates, and it had a live shot of him playing. And I happened to notice that he was wearing a shirt for the body.
No shit. Really?
Yeah, he was wearing a shirt for the body.
Fucking
And
badass, dude.
I know he likes metal and stuff. I know he I've seen him wearing metal shirts before. I've seen him post about it. I've seen him put sleep in his stories and whatever. But I commented and was like, yo, the fact that you like the body just made you 10 times cooler. I already thought you were the coolest. And he commented back and was like, No One Deserves Happiness is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Dude. Cheers to you, my friend, Willi Carlisle. A true ally and
Yeah,
comrade.
dude, that's my fucking president.
I'd vote in a heartbeat. You fucking
Hell
kidding
yeah.
me? Oh man, Tulsa's Last Magician. This one gets me every time.
Yeah, buckle up.
Jesus, fuck you, Willi Carlisle.
Fucking, it's heavy.
How do you even write this shit, man? This is fucked up.
Yeah, it's like such a heavy, real ass song that like I don't know how you sing this shit without crying, but
He doesn't know either.
he cries when he sings it, and I
Yeah.
think that's the most beautiful thing.
He doesn't know how to sing it without crying either.
And that's my favorite thing about him. It's like he's the only musician I've ever seen that like, I've seen people get emotional live, but it's the only person I've seen play with tears in his eyes.
Play like hell.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
Fucker gets me every time. It's
Oh god, is that paused? Yes, it is. Okay.
truly a masterpiece.
That's
whole
the one that
album's
sticks in my head, aside from Higher Lonesome. When
Yeah.
the first time you put that on, I was like, God damn. You kind of
A couple bars in that one. And it hurts the heart in a good way,
It does, and there's a special tickle I get from it. All right. I may or may not have looked into magic in my younger days.
Hey, magic's cool.
I certainly thought so. You know?
Yeah. I share a birthday with the mind freak himself.
Dude, is his intro on Spotify?
Mind freak!
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's fucking sucks.
Can we wait?
What?
Can we go see Chris Angel when we're in Vegas?
Dude, is he still doing that?
100% he is.
Dude, I mean, I need to Google this right now. I need to look into this right fucking now.
He is. I looked up shows. We
Chris
can go see
Angel.
Chris Angel.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to chrisangel.com. Why didn't he buy
Halloween weekend.
mindfreak.com?
Someone else probably bought it.
Holy
They're
shit.
extorting him.
Dude, he's got his own podcast too. Talking Junkies.
Real recognize real.
You don't have a fucking calendar on your thing, brother?
He's performing, I promise.
God. Anyways, music.
What do you got? Also, how many more tracks do you have?
Oh yeah, let's do. I got two more that I care about playing.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay. My I'm getting the brutal one out of the way. The last one's gonna be a little bit of a pick me up in comparison,
Okay.
but this one is I would say probably the heaviest one that I'm bringing out for this. And it's a singer-songwriter I've played at least 2 or 3 times now, who is an old piece of shit. I get it.
Morris?
I also an old piece of shit. No, Mark Koslick, Sun Kill Moon.
Oh, yeah.
This is off of the album that people definitely know him for. Benji.
Which one are we doing?
Oh God, you are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm here.
No, I know, but did
Which
you
one?
pick Truck Driver? Oh,
Which one are we doing?
Truck Driver.
Oh, fuck.
Did you pick that one?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. I didn't. This album is devastating. And when you said you were playing something off of this,
Oh
it was just
yeah,
like,
yeah. You were. I thought you
fuck.
picked something off of it.
Which one?
There are. I know there's a few in specific that destroy us, but Truck Driver is one that I think the narrative kind of outshines the pain in some parts.
Yeah.
So hopefully neither of us have a mental breakdown. Here's Truck Driver, Sun Kill Moon off of Benji. Oh God, that's not the right one. That's
just
Critterland.
Harmonica.
Yeah. What are the lyrics from Critterland? Critterland.
Take me to Critterland.
Yeah, take me to Critterland. Here's Truck Driver. Deep Purple mentioned.
This album's so good, but Jesus.
Crushing.
Which is the track you can't listen to?
More than one, brother.
Yeah, there's definitely more than one, but I think track 2 is the one that really does it for me.
Yeah.
That's I Can't Live Without My Mother's Love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the I Love My Dad song, and the best track on there is Ben's My Friend, because it's stupid.
Yeah. I like Richard Ramirez died today of natural causes, but like that
Good song.
every Father's Day I drive to my dad's house while listening to it.
Hello, my dad.
My dad. Yeah, it's just what a fucked up song.
It is a fucked up song. My favorite lyric on that whole album, though, is Blue Crab Cakes. Just a dumb song about going to see the Postal Service and how it was a nightmare to get there in traffic. You're like, what the fuck?
Dude, honestly, I get that.
You write the heaviest fucking album, and then the last song on it is, I went to go see my friend play at the Greek theater and had blue crab cakes.
I mean, one of the heaviest emotions I've ever felt is rage in traffic while driving. So.
That's true. He's got some stories, folks. Now is not the time for any of those, but
they pale in comparison. Oh my god. I think. Let's see. Now this next one, Brandon, is not going to be as much of a bummer Still not going to be a pick-me-up, but it's going to be a track by Brownbird.
Ooh, no, it'll be a bummer.
Yeah. It's going to be a song called Wrong Black Mare.
Just based off the title here, I don't think I'm gonna like this one.
I think you will. This one's spooky, and it's a simple story about a man who loses it all gambling and flees, and then one night some bad men show up and kill his family.
All right, I won't go crazy in Vegas. Jesus, fuck this guy, dude. Not that you'll see.
If I don't know about it.
I love the production on this stuff. It's big and open.
They're one of my favorite bands of all time.
It
Top
just
10
sounds
easily.
like you're in a room with them.
It really does.
Yeah, I'd lose it all to this track. You know what I mean?
Little tambo action.
Shit. Shit. All right, good track.
I can't say enough good things about Brownbird. Rest in peace, Dave Lamb. Shouts out Morgan Swain.
R.I.P. for real. Don't bet on horse racing. Horse racing is exploitive.
If you're gonna bet on horse racing, or anything for that matter, just don't borrow a bunch of money to do it and then lose it all.
Yeah, don't do that. This either one of the tracks I was gonna pick to follow, not a similar vibe at all. But
Fine. My next pick is Left Field, brother. My last pick. So
perfect. Because it came down to it was a split decision in my mind. All right. I was gonna play a PD track. Obviously, pretty entertaining storyteller, but also very specific, and we're both big fans. I can,
Yeah.
We acknowledge that. We move past it. I fumbled the Bjork bag on you.
Yeah.
All right? This is the redemption shot. This is the Hail Mary. All right?
Okay. All right. Let's try it out.
This is a literal club banger. Okay?
Because the last one, I don't know what was going on there.
I liked that track. All right?
I
But
know you did.
this is the club banger. Okay?
Okay.
And there's some storytelling in there. It's abstract, all right? Bjork is not a straightforward lyricist. Everything is a metaphor wrapped in simile, dipped in Iceland.
All right. I'll give Bjork another shot, but it better not honk.
Put on your tap dancing shoes, all right? This is fucking Hyperballad off of Post by Bjork.
Okay.
There we go.
The club's losing their mind.
This comes on, dude. I'm getting into a fight.
I'm fucking swinging on motherfuckers.
They gonna need a whole security team to drag me out that motherfucker.
What's one of the nightclubs in Vegas?
Who gives a fuck?
The fuck's she on about?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I have an interpretation. I'll see. We'll get into it.
Okay.
Water drip ass percussion. Yeah. There's a beautiful outro. Now, it's a weird one, right? She's a weird chick.
Yeah.
Full respects. But when I think about the lyricism of that and this strange narrative she's telling about waking up early in the morning and throwing shit off a cliff, um, I don't know. To me, it's like possibly, her notoriety or her fame is the cliff, and eschewing that to feel safe with a partner, whoever, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of what comes to me when I'm hearing this like strange narrative of her throwing car parts and cutlery off a cliff, and then picturing what
Yeah.
her body would be like when it lands. Perhaps that's like when all the dust settles on the fame and notoriety, right? Eyes closed or open, will she be aware of it at the time? Will it matter? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Cool
I
dance
get you.
track either way. Without all the thinky bits, it's a fun
Yeah.
song. But with all the thinky bits, you're like, what is she going on about?
Yeah. I'm with you. I can understand that. I don't think I'm a Bjork guy, but that's okay.
You love to dance, all right? You should have had
Every
another
friend
one of
group,
those juices before I put that one on. I would have got you.
every friend group can only have one Bjork guy.
You're right. It's a bit much with more than one Bjork person.
Yeah.
Then there's just people that start to wear strange masks and things. It's a whole spagaggle.
It's just too much. Every
Yeah.
friend group gets one, and we're happy to have you.
I got the shirt back there, man. She's in my closet somewhere.
Shouts out. I'm not anti Bjork, but I ain't listening to all that.
An odd bird, that
Oh,
Bjork.
unrelated but related. A comment we've made many times. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day.
Mm.
This was so fucking funny, Brandon. I was scrolling on TikTok. I came across some guy's live stream, and it was some dude just playing his headless guitar. And
Fuck.
it's the moment he looked over at the chat and went, headless guitar, I ain't listening to all that. And he just went, okay, dude. But like in the most defeated way.
He gets that 1,000 times a day, dude.
Okay, dude. I felt bad. I had to click away.
I would have fled too, but I definitely would have said something. They're asking for it.
I ain't listening to all that. I'm
Just-
sorry, man.
What?
You're
I
doing too
tune
much.
way too often to be fucking around with an Allen wrench. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't have tools to fucking tune my guitar.
I don't care how much it stays in tune. I'm in 6 different tunings every time I play. All right.
Yeah, I don't care about all that.
I also don't have the mind to use one of them fuckers with the crazy curved fretboard.
Oh, it's like the scalloped fretboard or the fucking not scalloped, like the whatever. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah,
Feathered?
no one should. No one should.
They're stupid. Just play guitar, dorks.
I love you, but grow up.
Now, for my final pick, Brandon.
Left field, you said. What do we got?
I mean, maybe not entirely left field for me. It doesn't fit the entire vibe of everything I've been playing so far. Who are the kings of storytelling that I love? It's the goddamn Decemberists.
All right. See, I thought about picking a Decemberist track, but I knew you had something for me.
Yeah. It's going to be the song. This is the song that all of the memes about the Decemberists come from. Every joke you've ever heard about them stems from this song specifically. It's going to be the Mariner's Revenge song.
Oh no. This is a track I'm purposefully unfamiliar with. As a Decemberist enjoyer, there's only so much,
This is like, this song is the epitome of the Decemberists. At a time. They don't do this stuff so much anymore. They're not the sea shanty sailor guys anymore, but Oof.
This ruined Portland for like years.
This is Portlandia was about this song.
And here it is, the Mariners' Revenge song off of Picaresque. The Decemberists. Fuck you. Make with you, Papa.
Right out the gate with the accordion.
We are two mariners.
I'm gonna go pee-pee. You sit with this.
Survivors.
Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
We're
still in the
still
setup.
departing the bay, you know?
We're still in the setup.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, dude. It's good. It's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you made me listen to Bjork.
Both incomprehensible. Shouts out to the misadventures of Flapjack one time.
Straight up. Dude, freshman college majors in 2005 couldn't believe this song. Or freshman theater majors.
Did the average craft beer enjoyer cannot believe this? I know some of these words.
Couple.
Oh,
This extra quiet whisper in your right ear.
dude, I don't like it.
It
With
sucks.
these headphones, it's fucking brutal.
It's the most Decemberist song ever.
If this was set to like a puppet show
Oh, dude,
by
look at the album cover.
well, I mean, yes. But like if it was a puppet show at the end of Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
Oh yeah.
fucking incredible.
Oh, we're not even at the best part yet. We're only halfway through.
Dracula has yet to fall in love. Or whatever the fuck Jason Segel's play was about.
Something like that. Don't worry, dude. We haven't even gotten to the climax yet.
Yeah, I may never climax at this point ever again.
I'm always on the edge.
If I pull up to the gig and a motherfucker come on stage with an accordion, I just don't have the patience, man.
Willi Carlisle will come out with the accordion, brother.
That's expected, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so is the Decemberists.
It's not what I want to see from them. You know?
But you know you're gonna.
All right, if 9 people come out and one of them has an accordion, I'm out. One
you said
guy
you're not-
with like a contraption, you know what I mean, and like a banjo, I'll
You
put up with
better-
it.
You better put some respect on Jenny Connolly, because she's an incredible musician.
I'm not shading her. I just
You
you
actively
know,
are. So it's what you're doing.
I respect craft. I
There
ain't
you
gonna
go.
stand there and listen to a 9-minute accordion song live.
Oh, it's the most fun part of their whole set. There's a live video of them playing that song.
Oh God, we got through all of it.
Yeah. But there's a live video of them playing that song. And at the part where he says, like, I don't know how I survived. I must have slipped through its teeth. Some kid in the crowd just yells out, "Whales don't have teeth."
Yo, that little fucking asshole is such a smart ass.
10,000% would have been you.
Yeah, I mean, at
he said-
a certain age, yeah. Now I
He
wouldn't,
goes-
you know what I mean?
He's like, "Whales don't have teeth." And Colin Lowe just goes, "Okay, fucking oceanographer." And just continues this.
Marine biologist would have been a better choice.
Okay, fucking oceanographer.
Oh,
Smartest
fuck.
man alive, looking real dumb.
Some fucking smart ass kid.
So fucking funny. Yeah,
That's
I love the
noogie. That's
Decemberists.
noogie material, dude. You do some shit like that. That's twerp. Like I'm noogieing you.
Yeah, I'm giving you a fucking swirly.
But that's
Uh,
funny as hell. And I respect both sides of the coin.
for as much as I love the Decemberists, I will absolutely recognize that I love that song so fucking much. It's one of I won't say it's one of my favorites, but I love that song.
You've played it for me before, and it's got its merit as a song and as a narrative.
It is goofy as hell.
It's definitely goofy. As a goofy enjoyer, time and place, I'm into it, right? But it's
Yeah.
like I ain't putting it on probably.
No. That's not what I'm throwing on at the function. But when the mood strikes and I'm driving home from work,
Perhaps,
we'll
right? Or if I'm
we'll
at
see what's up.
Idle Hour in North Hollywood where you're in a giant barrel and that comes on.
Yeah,
I'm having it. I'm tapping my foot,
type shit.
Type
It fits
shit.
the vibe.
Shouts out Idle Hour. I haven't been there in years, but it seems cool.
I went one time and I was there for 20 minutes and said, "What's new?"
Yeah. Well, that was quite the playlist that we slapped together here. Joseph, how do you feel about it?
I think that was a good one. That was pretty wild. A lot of bummers.
A lot of bummers, some wackadoo picks in there that
Yeah.
Putting together the playlist on Spotify will be interesting. I do link them every episode, so people down there, if you ever make it this far, check it out or don't. I do it anyway. Next week I have no idea what we're doing, nor do I have the bandwidth to discuss it now, but
I have a couple ideas
okay.
that are different from the norm. They're not playlist episodes.
I would love to hear about them. Perhaps if it's not a non-playlist one, then maybe we might even be able to get to do it on our normal day. I should be home by Sunday afternoon, but
actually, Sunday is Emily's birthday.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. So
I need to send an edible arrangement to your house.
You ain't got to do shit. Send her a sweet text message. That'll be more than enough.
Just send like one of those big Toblerones. You know what I mean?
I mean, she won't be mad. She won't be bummed.
Your dentist will.
You think I go to the dentist?
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Sunday's Emily's birthday, but if we do it in the morning, maybe. I have a couple fun ideas. I think maybe if we do, there was an idea I had a while ago that I brought up where we maybe peruse some Reddits or some forums.
I do like that.
For some music guys. See what music guys are talking about,
Fucking
and then
dorks.
Either that or maybe we do a little a tier list or something like that.
Perusing sounds fun. We could do that.
Or I had a wild card list episode that would be similar to our music videos one, and it would be live sets.
Ooh, I would enjoy that.
And, obviously we don't watch the whole set where it's like, hey, this is the timestamp,
All right, you know what? Historic first. We roast the forum guys. Are you still there? Okay.
Yeah.
You were standing so still. It was crazy. You're like a stoic, statuesque.
Okay, there you are.
Okay, good.
You disappeared as soon as I was like, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. We'll look at some nerds, and then the following week I want to do your live sets thing because I've been on some older live music footage actually.
Cool. I like that, and I feel Yeah, I think 2 weeks would be perfect because that's one that I think would take some time to put together. It takes a little more work with timestamps and whatnot. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And on that, we've come to an end here. That's been Joseph. I am Brandon. We like music better than you. Please like, comment, do everything positively. If you've made it this far, we listen to the playlists on Spotify. Leave a nice review if you like. Follow us on Instagram. All the bullshit.
Also, last thing I'll add, we just broke 3,000 subscribers.
Yes,
Thank
we
you to
did. We
everybody.
made it. Thanks, everybody.
It's crazy. Genuinely didn't think we would make it here. Didn't think we'd still be doing this 27 weeks later. So thank you all for being here.
We're coming up on 28 weeks now. I believe that's some sort of movie sequel to 28 Days Later, but that's beside the
Something like
point.
that.
I'm still working on last week's episode. It's a little late, so by the
Fuck
time
it.
you're seeing this, my bad, y'all. Yeah, I'll let you go for the night, Joseph. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Tell Em happy early birthday if I don't get a chance to say it on her birthday or after. Or
Will
before.
do. Thank you, buddy. I love you. You have a lovely night.
You too, buddy. Congratulations on the job.
Thank you. Bye bye.